have Aman from Linksys today speaking to us for Arabian Reseller and Security on the first day of GITEX. So Aman, how's the first day been so far?
I mean, phenomenal, I would say. Okay, I mean, we have been participating in GITEX for last 12 years, at least since I've been running Linksys business here. And usually the expectation is on the first day, it warms up and then the actual action happens from day 2, day 3. But show started at 11. Okay, now it's what, 2:30? And I can tell you, we had at least about 6 to 7 serious meetings, okay, with great potential partners. Okay, and all of these meetings were not scheduled. These are walk-in, okay, and with very high potential for business going forward. So I think pandemic has helped. Okay, there is so much of eagerness for people to meet, and we are already seeing it. So I'm really excited for the next 4 days.
Okay, so at GITEX this year, what are the new solutions and products that you're showcasing at your stand?
Yeah, okay, listen, like every year, we try to bring the latest to the show. In the past, we have used GITEX to launch some of our solutions globally as well. Okay, now this year what we have brought to the show is our entire range of 5G solutions. Now this is a very important step for Linksys. In our 30 years of history, we have never had an mobile broadband solution. So we skipped the 2G revolution, the 3G revolution, the 4G revolution, but 5G is very different to everything that has happened in the past. Okay, so we are showcasing our entire range of 5G solutions, and this I can get into the details. This includes indoor, outdoor, okay, millimeter wave, sub-6, industrial solution, Wi-Fi solution, which covers the entire spectrum of the customer. So right from an consumer, okay, who would like to have a 5G mobile Wi-Fi device for him to get 5G connectivity when he's moving around, to a fixed 5G Wi-Fi solution at home, to an outdoor solution, to an industrial solution. Okay, so we're covering the entire spectrum. So that's on the 5G. On a consumer space, we are bringing of course, the Wi-Fi 6 based VLOP mesh solutions, but we are also for the first time showcasing the Wi-Fi 6E VLOP mesh solutions. So 6E is not ratified yet here. If you look at what we are hearing from TDRA, from CITC, from all the regulatory authorities in the region, they are almost there in ratifying it. So we expect this to be allowed, permitted in next few months, and we will be, if not the first, one of the first to bring the 6E solution to the market. So our 6E VLOP mesh solution is already ready and we are showcasing it. Then in the mid-enterprise space, we are showcasing our latest range of business access points, which includes Wi-Fi 5 indoor, outdoor, for the first time outdoor, and also in-wall access points. Now in-wall is very important. In-wall is very important for education. You don't need all these big devices hanging around your roof and your walls. These are something which will fit into the socket and very subtly merge with your environment. So these are in-wall access points. Plus we are showcasing our latest Cloud Manager 2.0. Okay, and we have added a lot of features to our Cloud Manager, and we are showcasing that as well. So this is a spectrum of solution that we are showcasing. And the last one, and the most important one, I think we are seeing a lot of attention, a lot of questions around that, is our latest partnership with Fortinet. So in partnership with Fortinet, we have launched 2 solutions in the US, which is homework for education, okay, and then homework for enterprise. So for the first time, we are actually talking about the solutions in the Middle East. Now these solutions are not available here yet, but we will have a global roadmap, okay, in a few days, and we will share that with you. So this is what, in an outset, what we are showcasing at GITEX.
You spoke about 5G products that are being showcased at your stand. We have an accelerated, deployment of 5G infrastructure across the region, and UAE has the highest speed in terms of 5G connectivity as well. What does this mean for consumers here?
Listen, let's talk about what 5G does, right? I mean, from an ISP's perspective, okay, it gives you higher speed, okay, if it gives you greater density, okay, latency is the minimum that you could ever have, okay, so suddenly you are able to have a real time, okay, solutions. So from the technology, you're going to see applications which have never been, or the acceleration of this application, adoption of this technology have never been before, because of the limitation that you had with Wi-Fi. Okay, for example, okay, self-driving cars. What is the problem? Why couldn't the adoption be as vast as it should have been? Because of the latency. Okay, it has to be real time. If you do not have real time, then you're talking about creating a lot of accidents. And so I think from an adoption, from in a lot of solutions, 5G will accelerate the adoption of those solutions. So whether it is healthcare, okay, whether it is self-driving cars, whether it is transportation, public transport, okay, application of, look at drone deliveries, and I'm just talking about few of those, right? So the technology will make sure the adoption of these solutions will be phenomenally accelerated. Now, especially in the UAE and the Middle East, I think we are in forefront of adopting the 5G technology. So what consumers should expect? Okay, faster speeds, okay, great coverage, okay, Wi-Fi everywhere. We have been advocate of Wi-Fi to be invisible. Okay, it should be secondary. It should be something which people should expect for it to exist. Okay, I mean, these are the things which we believe 5G will bring to the market.
In terms of mesh networking products, you mentioned about the new Velop series, this Wi-Fi 6 and the Wi-Fi 6E. Do you see a lot of uptake for these kind of products in this market?
Yeah, I'll go back a little bit in history, right? I mean, we first launched Velop mesh solution in the Middle East. We were the first to launch in the March of 2017. The adoption of mesh in the consumer space was negligible, okay? And we are the great advocate, a big advocate of adoption of mesh technology. I'll tell you why we are. Okay, the first thing we do is selling Wi-Fi for us is a noble cause. Okay, we don't sell Wi-Fi because we believe it's a great commercial solution. We can make a lot of money, but we believe selling or being in this Wi-Fi business is actually addressing a bit of an noble cause as well, because Wi-Fi requirement is phenomenal and everybody needs it. Okay, everybody, whether it is student, whether it is medical, okay, whether it is you're trying to get healthcare, whatever you want to talk about, everybody needs a Wi-Fi. So there was a bottleneck before mesh was launched. The technology was adopted right before that. What was the bottleneck? Either you could get throughput, so that you were closer to the network, so you could get the throughput, or you could get the coverage, but you couldn't get the performance. Okay, so these are the two big bottlenecks which mesh addresses. What we have done is, on top of launching great Velop mesh solutions, we have invested heavily in educating the consumer, okay, on the advantages of adopting the mesh as a technology. Okay, we did not say, please buy Velop mesh solutions. We said, if you are investing in a router today, make sure you're investing in a mesh router. Okay, that was what we believe, as the leaders in this category, okay, that is our responsibility to educate our consumer. Okay, and that is exactly what we did. We invested a lot of time, resources. Okay, we created a lot of videos, simple, to understand, educational content. And then today we are really proud to say, okay, UAE is sometimes ahead of some of the Western countries, okay, and close to 50%, okay, of the solutions which are being sold in the market today is mesh solution. So we are really proud, okay, to be the catalyst, okay, in accelerating the adoption of mesh technology. Okay, so today it's close to about 50%, but there is another 50% of the market which is still on non-mesh. So there is huge headroom for this technology to grow.
Tell us about your new partnership with Fortinet and the new product series, Homework.
Yeah, fair enough. This is a phenomenal question, a great question. I asked, I'm going to deviate a bit, okay? I asked one of our senior executive, I said, from Fortinet, okay? I said, why didn't you build your own product? Why did you invest in this partnership? Okay, he said, you know, as much as we should know what we can do, we should also know what we cannot do. Okay, Linksys has got a legacy of 30 years, building great Wi-Fi solutions. Okay, and similarly, Fortinet is the world leader in cybersecurity solutions. Okay, probably it was easier for them to build a product, okay, which was a Wi-Fi solution, but they decided to invest in a world leader because they saw the synergies between what we do and what they want to establish. Okay, so they have invested $160 million in our business. Okay, they own a big part of our business today. So what you're seeing with this marriage is not a marriage of commerce, it's a marriage of technology. It's a marriage of solving customer problems. Okay, so what you're bringing today, so let's take a step back again. What the pandemic has done, work from home is here to stay. Okay, people are going to go back to offices, but not necessarily the way it used to be before. So what's happening today? A lot of people working from home, they want to get access to the corporate network, they want to get access to the same resources and same user experience that they would have had when they were working from the office. From an IT manager perspective, from a corporate perspective, we want to be able to give all of those resources and experience to the consumer, to the employee, but we also want to make sure there is great security. The network is 100% secured, the way it would be when you're in a corporate network, when you're sitting in the office and working. Now this is exactly what we are married, and this is exactly what we have brought to the table. So Fortinet, global leaders in cybersecurity. Linksys, world leaders in Wi-Fi. Okay, the cybersecurity is built onto our Wi-Fi solutions, and then the same security that is offered in the corporate network, we are bringing it to the home network.
So one of the major focus areas for Linksys has always been education, and you also have an education series of products under the Homework series as well. Can you tell us briefly about that as well?
Yeah, listen, the first product that was launched through our partnership with Fortinet is Homework for Education. What this solution offers is connectivity to the students, okay, anywhere, whether they're in the campus or at home. Okay, plus it offers a bundle of data package, okay, and Fortinet security built onto it. Okay, so what we're offering is a complete connectivity solution for the students, whether on the move, okay, in the house or on the campus. Okay, this is launched in the US, and we expect to start launching it globally, and we should have a roadmap pretty soon.
Thank you, Aman, for speaking to Arvind Reseller and Security Review. And it was nice speaking to you today, and we look forward to speaking to you in the future as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.